Since 1968, serving our community with local news and sports. Covering Alexander, Burke, Caldwell, Catawba, Iredell, Lincoln, and Watauga counties. We are WHKY News.
Good evening and welcome into the Thursday, November 6th edition of the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Topping our news today, a tragic story from the Caldwell County town of Hudson. A Morganton man is charged in a case in which a child was assaulted. That child has since passed away. 22-year-old Thomas Lee Bryant was arrested Tuesday by Hudson police officers. He's charged with felony child abuse inflicting serious injury. On Tuesday, Hudson police officers responded to a residence on Hickman Avenue where an assault involving a 4-year-old child took place. Upon arrival, officers determined the juvenile had sustained serious injuries allegedly inflicted by an adult male who had been entrusted with babysitting the child. The victim was initially transported to a local hospital, then later transferred to a regional trauma center. The suspect, Bryant, was arrested and charged. He was placed in the Caldwell County Detention Center under $750,000 secured bond. This morning at approximately 2:30, the 4-year-old victim passed away from his injuries. The investigation remains active. Additional charges are pending as detectives continue to gather evidence. If you have information on this case, call the Hudson Police Department at 828-728-5021. A Lenoir man was killed in a crash that involved a tractor trailer earlier today. The deceased is 33-year-old Ryan Michael Calloway. According to Lenoir police, at approximately 9 a.m. today, officers were dispatched to a motor vehicle crash involving a passenger car and tractor trailer. The crash occurred in the southbound lanes along the 2000 block of U.S. Highway 321. The initial investigation into the crash indicates that a 2014 Honda Civic passenger vehicle was traveling south when it crashed into the rear of an unoccupied tractor trailer. The semi-truck was parked in the right travel lane as the driver was outside of the truck getting directions or information at a nearby business. As a result of the crash, the driver of the Honda, Ryan Michael Calloway, passed away from his injuries and was pronounced deceased at the scene by emergency personnel. The roadway was temporarily closed for approximately 2.5 hours while officers processed the scene. The Lenoir Police Department is continuing its investigation into this incident. If you have any information regarding this or any other crime, you're asked to contact the City of Lenoir Police Department at 828-757-2100 or Lenoir Caldwell County Crime Stoppers. The anonymous tip line is 828-758-8300. Our condolences to the family of Mr. Calloway. 2 men have been charged with multiple crimes in connection to a disturbance at a business in Catawba County. Arianna Mack reports.
2 suspects were charged with robbery and kidnapping in connection to a disturbance at a Sherrills Ford business. 26-year-old Eric Taylor Anderson of Sherrills Ford and 57-year-old Scott Eric Anderson of Mooresville were both arrested by Catawba County Sheriff's officers. Eric Anderson is charged with shooting into an occupied property, robbery with a dangerous weapon, second-degree kidnapping, conspiracy to commit robbery with a dangerous weapon, and assault by pointing a gun. Scott Anderson is charged with robbery with a dangerous weapon, second-degree kidnapping, and conspiracy to commit robbery with a dangerous weapon. On Wednesday, October 29, 2025, deputies with the Catawba County Sheriff's Office responded to Highway Tire in Sherrills Ford regarding a report of a disturbance involving multiple individuals, one reportedly armed with a firearm. Deputies determined that an alleged dispute occurred at this business between employees and a vendor. During the incident, these 2 employees allegedly assaulted the vendor and discharged a firearm into the delivery vehicle. During this incident, these two employees are alleged to have taken property belonging to the vendor. They also reportedly prevented him from leaving. Eric Anderson was issued $200,000 secured bond. Scott Anderson received a $75,000 secured bond. Both suspects are scheduled to appear in Catawba County District Court on November 25th. Reporting for WHKY, I'm Arianna Mack.
Thanks, Arianna. The Catawba County Board of Commissioners met this week in regular session. Commissioners held a public hearing to adopt a resolution revising the boundaries of 5 existing fire service districts to align with the newly established county line. In June of this year, the North Carolina General Assembly implemented a new county boundary between Catawba and Lincoln counties. This new boundary line resulted in some properties moving between the two counties. Since this time, both county governments have been working to transition services as appropriate. The county line change has triggered the need to formally adjust fire service district boundaries in Bandy's, Cooksville, Maiden, Probst, and Sherrills Ford. You can get more details on the meeting at WHKY.com. Next Thursday, November 13th, 5th Avenue Northeast in Hickory will be closed from North Center Street to 1st Street Northeast for a crane lift operation. The closure will start at 7 a.m. and should be finished by 3 p.m. the same day. A detour route will be established and clearly marked. Officials urge drivers to slow down and exercise caution when traveling through this area next Thursday. WHKY's David Cedrone joins us now with details on a safety initiative proposed by the state's Attorney General.
All right, thanks, Rob Eastwood. North Carolina's Attorney General Jeff Jackson is teaming up with nearly 40 other attorney generals, asking Congress to step in and clear up what they call a dangerous loophole in the law around hemp products. Attorney General Jeff Jackson says parents across North Carolina are worried, and for good reason. Right now, hemp-based THC products, some even stronger than marijuana, can be sold in gas stations and convenience stores with little regulation. Since the 2018 Farm Bill legalized hemp, sellers have taken advantage of a gray area in the law, flooding the market with things like Delta 8 and Delta 10 THC. These products often don't have age limits, safety standards, or proper labels, and they're sometimes packaged to appeal kids. Jackson says that they got to change and is quoted saying it's too easy for kids to walk into a gas station and buy products that's unregulated and that could be really harmful. We need Congress to step up and keep our kids safe. He's joined by attorney generals from 38 states and territories, pushing Congress to tighten up the rules in the next Farm Bill or federal budget talks. Jackson says it's about protecting kids and giving parents peace of mind, making sure these TH products don't end up in the wrong hands. I'm David Cedrone, WHKY News.
Thanks, David. In today's crime report, details on arrests in a pair of cases, one from Catawba County, the other from Burke County. In local sports, Jason Savage has details on the end of the regular season for Lenoir-Rhyne soccer squads. In Community Focus, we'll have a report from the Hickory Library on upcoming events. We are on over-the-air TV every weekday at 5:30 and 10 p.m. on channel 14.2 and now live at 5:30 on the WHKY YouTube channel and 10 o'clock on the WHKY Facebook page. We're also in multiple cable systems, including Compass in Morganton. I'm Rob Eastwood, and this is the WHKY News.
Everybody's talking about high blood pressure. Did you know that low blood pressure can knock you off your feet, literally? Now, hypotension, or low blood pressure, is that lightheaded, dizzy, faint feeling people get when you stand up too quick. Maybe you're skipping meals. You may just be dehydrated. So low blood pressure means your body isn't pushing blood where it's supposed to go fast enough. And that can lead to fatigue, blurred vision, even fainting. Now, it may be related to adrenal gland problems, malfunctions, medications, heart problems, hormonal issues, and, like we said, dehydration. It can increase your risk of falling, and it can signal that something bigger is going on. So what do we do about it? Let's start by drinking more water. Most people simply aren't hydrated enough. Add a pinch of Celtic salt to your meals. That can help. And don't stand up too quickly. Small meals throughout the day can also help keep your blood pressure steady. And if you're on medications or you just don't feel right, get it checked out. I'm Dr. Joe Esposito. I'll see you next time for another quick tip.
Great news!
What's up?
Paramount Hyundai in Hickory has been voted the #1 Hyundai dealer in North Carolina on DealerRater.com.
That's amazing. Congrats.
Thank you to all of our wonderful team members and customers.
Paramount Hyundai in Hickory.
Weight loss is never one size fits all.
At the North Carolina Bariatric Institute, we support you with personalized care
at every step of your weight loss journey.
Your care team is led by robotically trained bariatric surgeons.
Our nurses, dietitians, and psychologists work together to help you achieve lasting, effective weight loss.
Visit us online to register for a free informational seminar and begin your weight loss journey.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting, knights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
I want to tell you about Dr. Joe's Energy Boost Chewables. These things are amazing. Good, clean energy, no caffeine, no sugar crashes, and not even a hassle of swallowing pills. Now, these contain 2 ingredients. One of them is citrulline. Citrulline is an amino acid that opens up your blood vessels and increases circulation, even helps lower your blood pressure. And ginseng, this helps manage stress, keeps you focused, and gets you physically energized throughout the day. You can get these and all of our supplements on our website, drjoe.com. That's drjoe.com.
The following report contains real arrest records and law enforcement data. All individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Welcome back into the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Leading off our crime report today, David Cedrone reports on arrests in a pair of cases, one in Catawba County, the other in Burke.
Okay, thanks, Rob. Well, a Hickory man's in deep trouble after deputies say he got caught with a stolen vehicle. 54-year-old Scott Owen Spiegel of Whitner Road was picked up Monday in Lincoln County. Deputies say he was driving a stolen car and tried to resist arrest when officers moved in. Spiegel's now sitting in the Catawba County Detention Center on a $7,500 bond. He's due back in court on Tuesday. And a big drug bust stretching across 2 counties, and 2 Marion residents are now facing some serious charges. Deputies arrested 39-year-old Jamie Lee Gray and 40-year-old Ashley Danielle Sanders after a traffic stop in Burke County that turned up a lot more than just a ticket. Investigators say they found 164 grams of meth and over $2,000 in cash. Then a search of Gray's Marion home uncovered nearly $16 grand in cash, 47 grams of fentanyl and meth. Gray and Sanders are both charged in trafficking and possession. Bond for Gray is set at $250,000. Sanders' bond, $300,000. Both are still locked up tonight as investigators keep digging into the case. I'm David Cedrone, WHKY News.
Thanks, David. Up next, Arianna Mack reports on the arrest of a woman on drug charges following a traffic stop.
That's correct, Rob. 38-year-old Brandy Alexandra Miller of Sullivan Road in Statesville was arrested by Iredell County Sheriff's officers. She's charged with felony counts of possession of methamphetamine and maintaining a vehicle for controlled substance. She's also charged with misdemeanor counts of possession of marijuana, possession of marijuana paraphernalia, and possession of drug paraphernalia. In the early hours of Saturday, October 25th, a deputy was investigating a narcotics complaint at the Clarion Hotel on Sullivan Road in Statesville. While conducting surveillance in the parking lot, an officer spotted Miller leaving the property in her vehicle and initiated a traffic stop. A canine alerted to the odor of narcotics coming from the vehicle. The search revealed methamphetamine, marijuana, and drug paraphernalia. Miller was arrested and transported to the Iredell County Detention Center under a $10,000 secured bond. Reporting for WHKY, I'm Arianna Mack.
Thanks, Arianna. A Burke County man is charged on a fugitive warrant. 39-year-old Brandon Stewart Schweitzer was arrested Wednesday by Caldwell County Sheriff's officers. He's charged on a felony fugitive warrant from another state. Schweitzer is wanted in South Carolina on an unspecified charge. He's also charged with misdemeanor failure to appear. Schweitzer was jailed in the Caldwell County Detention Center in Lenoir under no bond on the fugitive charge and $500 cash bond on the failure to appear count. A first appearance in court was scheduled on Thursday. His next court date is set for November 20th. A Hickory man is charged with cocaine trafficking. 31-year-old Tashawn Thomas Bird was arrested by authorities in Catawba County. He's charged with 2 counts of trafficking in cocaine, along with single counts of felony maintaining a vehicle, dwelling, or place for controlled substance, possession of a weapon of mass destruction, and carrying a concealed gun. Bird was jailed in the Catawba County Detention Facility following the Thursday arrest under $400,000 bond. A district court date was scheduled the same day. A Conover woman is charged with fentanyl possession. 41-year-old Natasha Noel Robinette was arrested by Catawba County Sheriff's officers. She's charged with felony possession of fentanyl, possession of drug paraphernalia, misdemeanor larceny, first-degree trespass, and misdemeanor probation violation. Robinette was confined in the Catawba County Detention Facility under $44,000 bond. District court appearances were scheduled for December 1st and January 23rd. A Hickory man is charged with meth possession. 24-year-old Tyreek Alexander Jackson was arrested Wednesday by Catawba County Sheriff's officers. He's charged with possession of methamphetamine in Catawba County and driving while license revoked in Alexander County. Jackson was incarcerated in the Catawba County Detention Facility following the arrest under a $1,000 bond. A Thursday Catawba County District Court date was scheduled. An Alexander County District Court date is scheduled for December 1st. And that's our crime report for today. Thank you so much for watching. For WHKY, I'm Rob Eastwood. Stay with us. Jason Savage is up next with your local sports.
Nick, I need your help. Trying to buy a car and I'm overwhelmed.
You won't be overwhelmed at Paramount. Credit, we can help. Time, we're going to get you in and out. Trade, we're going to get you more for it. Into Visa, we don't have them.
Problem solved at Paramount Kia.
Once upon a time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
I chose Oak Street because they focus on older people. They're really good at following all my multiple conditions, at testing when I need it, and just making sure I maintain my health.
At Oak Street Health, we specialize in healthcare for older adults with care that focuses on keeping you healthy, catching issues early to keep you healthy longer.
I heard about Oak Street Health. I thought, wow, this is a nice place. They take time to talk to you and find out about you. They actually found out that I had a 99% blockage in my main artery in my heart. I had no idea. I had no symptoms. I would not be sitting here without them digging deeper.
When I meet a new patient for the first time, there's a lot of getting to know each other, right? There's not just about your medical health, although that's really important, but I also want to know about them as a person, what's important to them, where they grew up, and how they like to spend their time. Having that really deep connection is really important for just the relationship.
We go beyond what you'll find in most doctors' offices. Along with doctors and nurses, our care team also includes social workers and mental health support, just to name a few. They all work together to coordinate your care.
What I love about Oak Street is that they take care of my body, my physical, and also my mind. They gave me somebody to talk to. I used to beat myself up all the time. I don't do that anymore.
Oak Street is really good at putting everything in the big picture, all the big picture things, making sure socially, emotionally, physically, that all of those pieces go together and they all make up a good life and help us be our best.
At Oak Street Health, we provide health care for older adults like you. And we accept Medicare and most Medicare Advantage plans. Call 844-332-9680 to schedule your visit.
So my provider at Oak Street, she makes sure that She covers any problems I might have, what to expect in the future from things, how to treat my arthritis, how to make sure that my body is strong.
When I told my friend about Oak Street Health, I said, why don't you give it a try? And sure enough, he came in, he went through the same procedures that I went through, and he is with Oak Street Health for over a year now.
I made the transition to Oak Street because I really like how they focus on older people, and I know that's going to help me age well. I feel physically strong, I feel emotionally strong. I'm in the right place now because they're the right people at this time of my life.
Ready for care that puts you first? At Oak Street Health, we specialize in healthcare for older adults like you. With care that focuses on keeping you healthy, call 844-332-9680 to schedule your visit.
Rex Out on Theater is back on Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. on WHKY TV 14.2 with Kathy's Cooking, Interesting People, Hildebrand Cruising, and the Squatch Runners. You don't want to miss it. Channel 14.2 on free TV.
Simple.
Keeping it easy.
Transparent.
No hidden fees.
Fair.
Treating people the way you want to be treated.
Simple, transparent, and fair.
That's Paramount Kia.
With your look at local sports from across the Hickory Metro, I'm Jason Savage for WHKY News. Catawba Valley Community College men's basketball team opened up the home portion of their season back on Tuesday with a 142-85 win against the Lees-McRae developmental team at the Tarleton Complex. The 142 total points, the second most in a game in program history. KJ Burke led the Redhawks with 16 points. Redhawks are 2-0 on the season. They return to action this weekend as they host the annual CVCC Classic. Games tomorrow will include Caldwell Community College and Technical Institute taking on Roan State out of Tennessee at 6, followed by Catawba Valley Community College against Gaston Community College at 8. Saturday, those games will flip. Gaston will take on Roan State at 1, and then it will end with the Redhawks and the Cobras, the two local programs, meeting up at 3 o'clock. Again, all of these games at the Tarleton Complex this weekend. Lenoir-Rhyne women's soccer went to a scoreless draw against third-ranked Catawba on the road yesterday. LR ends the regular season with a record of 10 wins, 4 losses, and 2 ties overall, 7-1-2 in the South Atlantic Conference. They'll be back in action on Saturday at home for the opening round of the South Atlantic Conference tournament. The Bears will head into the tournament as the number 2 seed and will face off against 7th-seeded Wingate. Kickoff is scheduled for 5 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Meanwhile, the Lenoir-Rhyne men's soccer team battled back once again to win over Catawba 2-1. Bears took a 1-0 lead late in the first half, saw the Indians tie it midway through the second half, but LR scored the game winner with about 5 minutes remaining in the contest. LR, 7 wins, 4 losses, and 3 ties overall on the season, 6-2-2 in the South Atlantic Conference. They also will be at home Saturday for the quarterfinal round of the South Atlantic Conference tournament. They are a number 4 seed. They will host 5th-seeded Wingate at 7:30. Appalachian State Field Hockey defeated the Ohio Bobcats 3-1 in the quarterfinal round of the Mid-American Conference Field Hockey Tournament yesterday at James Madison. The 3rd-seeded Mountaineers advance on to the semifinals. They'll face 2nd-seeded UMass as the top 4 teams in the Mid-American Conference are all in the semifinals. Appalachian State men's basketball defeated Carolina University 92-46 at home last night. Mountaineers had 12 players score in this game, led by 14 from Luke Wilson, making the basket here as he's fouled. App 1-1 on the season. They will be hosting North Carolina Central Sunday afternoon in the Holmes Convocation Center. As always, you can find these stories and the latest updates anytime when you visit our website, WHKY.com.
Great news!
What's up?
Paramount Hyundai in Hickory has been voted the #1 Hyundai dealer in North Carolina on DealerRater.com.
That's amazing. Congrats.
Thank you to all of our wonderful team members and customers.
Paramount Hyundai in Hickory.
Hey, grab me one too.
I chose Oak Street because they focus on older people. They're really good at following all my multiple conditions, at testing when I need it, and just making sure I maintain my health.
At Oak Street Health, we specialize in healthcare for older adults with care that focuses on keeping you healthy, catching issues early to keep you healthy longer.
I heard about Oak Street Health. I thought, wow, this is a nice place. They take time to talk to you and find out about you. They actually found out that I had a 99% blockage in my main artery in my heart. I had no idea. I had no symptoms. I would not be sitting here without them digging deeper.
When I meet a new patient for the first time, there's a lot of getting to know each other, right? There's not just about your medical health, although that's really important, but I also want to know about them as a person, what's important to them, where they grew up, and how they like to spend their time. Having that really deep connection is really important for just the relationship.
We go beyond what you'll find in most doctors' offices. Along with doctors and nurses, our care team also includes social workers and mental health support, just to name a few. They all work together to coordinate your care.
What I love about Oak Street is that they take care of my body, my physical, and also my mind. They gave me somebody to talk to. I used to beat myself up all the time. I don't do that anymore.
Oak Street is really good at putting everything in the big picture, all the big picture things, making sure socially, emotionally, physically, that all of those pieces go together and they all make up a good life and help us be our best.
At Oak Street Health, we provide health care for older adults like you. And we accept Medicare and most Medicare Advantage plans. Call 844-332-9680 to schedule your visit.
So my provider at Oak Street, she makes sure that she covers any problems I might have, what to expect in the future from things, how to treat my arthritis, how to make sure that my body is strong.
When I told my friend about Oak Street Health, I said, why don't you give it a try? And sure enough, he came in, he went through the same procedures that I went through, and he is with Oak Street Health for over a year now.
I made the transition to Oak Street because I really like how they focus on older people, and I know that's going to help me age well. I feel physically strong, I feel emotionally strong. I'm in the right place now because they're the right people at this time of my life.
Ready for care that puts you first? At Oak Street Health, we specialize in healthcare for older adults like you. With care that focuses on keeping you healthy, call 844-332-9680 to schedule your visit.
This is Community Focus on the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Arianna Mack and her guest are up first with a conversation about upcoming library events.
Lots of great events coming up at your Hickory Public Library. Emily joins us to share a few. Emily, let's start with what's called Dino-vember. Tell us about that.
We are so excited to celebrate Dino-vember instead of just November at Hickory Public Library with a lot of dinosaur-themed events for kids and families of all ages.
Perfect. And is there anything specific when it comes to ages or what we can attend?
Yes, so coming up this Saturday, we have a special event called Dinosaur Dimensions. This is a special show where you can journey back in time in a thrilling presentation filled with animatronic dinosaurs. It is free to the public to attend, and if you stick around after the show, you can even take a picture with some dinosaurs.
And anything else you wanted to point out when it comes to specific dates?
Yes, so our teens are invited to participate in Dino-vember Movie and Crafts. That is Saturday, November 15th from 3 to 4:30 at Ridgeview Branch Library. And come together, make some new friends by watching a dinosaur-themed movie and sewing your very own dinosaur stuffed animal.
Well, that sounds fun. Anything for the adults at the Hickory Public Library.
So we are excited at Hickory Public Library that we have launched a brand new program for our bilingual friends. We are now hosting Bilingual Buddies. It's an opportunity to practice English in a friendly and welcoming environment. We host this in partnership with Centro Latino, and that is on Thursdays. So that would be November 6th, November 13th, and November 20th from 5 to 6 p.m. at Patrick Beaver Memorial Library.
Thank you, Emily. And how can we stay connected with Hickory Public Library in case we missed any of these events?
You can find all of our information on our website, so you can Google Hickory Public Library or go to hickorync.gov/library. You can also find everything on our events calendar on that website, or you can follow us on Facebook at Hickory Public Library.
Thank you so much, Emily, for joining us. I'm Arianna Mack reporting for WHKY.
Thanks, Arianna, and thanks to Emily for joining us. With details on this month's traffic enforcement program in Hickory, here's David Cedrone.
Alrighty, thanks, Rob. Well, the Hickory Police Department is reminding drivers to slow down and stay alert this month as part of its ongoing traffic safety campaign. It's called PACT, that is short for Pay Attention in City Traffic. So each month, Hickory Police focus on their traffic enforcement in a different part of the city. And in the month of November, officers will be stationed along 1st Ave Southwest from 4th Street Southwest to 11th Street Southwest. This month's effort targets speeding, distracted driving, and drivers falling too closely. Police are also emphasizing safety for pedestrians and cyclists. Pedestrians are urged to use crosswalks, obey signals, and wear reflective gear at night. Drivers should yield to pedestrians, especially at intersections, and keep an eye out for cyclists who share the same roads. We must follow the same traffic laws. The department says these monthly enforcement efforts are designed to keep everyone safer, and they're thanking citizens for doing their part as well to make Hickory's road a little bit better each month. Hickory Police say the PACT program will continue rotating to new locations every month as part of their ongoing push to cut down on crashes and to improve safety citywide. I'm David Cedrone for WHKY News.
Thanks, David. Good news for those who enjoy the outdoors in Hickory. Friday at 8 a.m., Hickory's Riverwalk Overwater Bridge reopens to bicyclists and pedestrians coming from Hickory City and Rotary Geithner Parks. The Riverwalk Bridge trailhead parking lot at 1580 Old Lenoir Road Northwest in Hickory remains closed due to Ollie Art Walk construction on Old Lenoir Road near the entrance. For more information about the Riverwalk and the entire Hickory Trail, visit hkytrail.com. And that wraps up Community Focus and the WHKY News today. Remember, you can get all of the latest news and sports 24/7 at our website, WHKY.com. We also have local news and sports 7 days a week on our sister station, WHKY Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM, and streaming on multiple platforms and at our website. Thank you for joining us on behalf of Arianna Mack, David Cedrone, Jason Savage, and Emily Frech. I'm Rob Eastwood, and from Hickory, this is the WHKY News.